I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
It's time for Mountain Crest High School Sports, a presentation of 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, DD Auto and Salvage, Adams Wealth Advisors, Mountain Crest Booster Club, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cash Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Mountain Crest Mustangs on 107.7 KLZX.
Hello and welcome in, everybody, here to Hiram, Utah, as we get ready for the region matchup, that is, between the Green Canyon Wolves and the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Welcome in, everybody, here to the broadcast booth. I am Cody Olson, your voice of Mountain Crest, as we get ready tonight for really a fun region matchup. Mountain Crest coming into this one trying to get, really anything that they can, trying to play spoiler against a really, really good Green Canyon team. We appreciate all of you that are joining us here late in the broadcast. We are really ultimately 2 minutes away from tip-off time. We had a plethora of technical difficulties.
A lot.
And you know what? We are just glad to be on the air. We are going to be without the scoreboard cam. We will do our very best tonight to be able to get you the updates as we go along throughout this game. But frankly, I am counting it a miracle that we are on the air right now,
at this
all
point,
things considered.
Yes. I was pulling out the telegraph to start sending in scores.
That's right. And my carrier pigeon died, so we didn't have anything else to do.
It's too cold for carrier pigeons out there.
Let's get a quick look at both of these teams coming into this matchup tonight. We know a lot about Green Canyon, 19-1. 8-1 in region play. They rank 11th in the state of Utah, and they come into this one with a fantastic lineup. Really a plethora of kids that can score in a multitude of ways. The senior high able to score 23 points per game. The junior Crane behind him, he's played all 20 games so far in the year. He averages 11 and a half. And then a plethora of other people that we're going to get into as well. Mountain Crest trying to go ahead and play spoiler tonight. We've seen different lineups throughout the entire season for them. Really, Coach, when you come into this one now against a very good Green Canyon squad, what do you tell the kids? You know that they're at the top of the region. You're facing an opponent that really kind of worked you last time out in Green Canyon. And what's the plan here?
You got to go out and have fun. That's the whole point, is you got to go out and have fun. Don't look at their score or their record and go out and just play.
Going out and play, that's going to be the key tonight. Green Canyon can run, they can shoot, they'll jump you out of the gym. Mountain Crest is going to have to keep up defensively tonight in a myriad of different ways. We're going to go ahead, take a break, come back to you in just a moment's time right after this here on CashValleyDaily.com.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Hiram, Utah, as we get ready for your starting lineups tonight in this region matchup. Your starters for the Green Canyon Wolves, wearing number 1, a junior Gavin Crane. Number 2, senior Jude Hay. Number 10, Easton Stokes, a senior. Number 21, Boston Horman. And number 33, Jamison Thompson for the Green Canyon Wolves. Your starting lineup for Mountain Crest: Easton Pugmire, Nico Dimitrikov, Parker Andrus, Noah Carden, and Mason Smith.
Going with a little bit bigger with the bigs. And generally, you don't have all three of those in at the same time, so a little bit different look tonight for Mountain Crest.
We appreciate your patience tonight as we've been working with a few technical difficulties throughout our broadcast. We will be without a scoreboard camera, but we will try and keep you up to date as we go along throughout the rest of the night tonight. Mountain Crest, as you mentioned before, going with a little bit of a taller lineup, trying to match Green Canyon. Green Canyon has the height advantage. I mean, really across the board tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody almost over 6 foot. Into the half circle we go for the tip-off. It is Crane and Pugmire set to tip it up and away, and we are go here in Hiram. Mountain Crest wins the tip after the strong arm from Pugmire, able to wrestle it away from Crane. They will start off offensively with no time taken off here in the first quarter. We are stuck at 8 minutes on the clock. Long three rebounded and taken back down by the Mustangs. We get ready for more action here in this one. And I'm sure we'll get a quick whistle sometime because there is no clock going. Now it finally has gone. Dimitrikov with the backdoor cut stolen away by Stokes, the senior, who swabs it to the left, tries to get Carden off balance, does so, and then retreats back beyond the perimeter. Coach, we know how good this Green Canyon team is. And here's a little bit of a mix-up. A miss here. Carden steals it away as Stokes looked away for 1 second, and the Mountain Crest gets first blood on the coast-to-coast drive from Noah Carden.
We've been really impressed with Carden's work this second half of the season.
Down low, faking and grabbing it. A ball up for grabs. Carden able to get the steal again away from Jamison. And Boston Horman. Here's Smith poking and prodding at the top of the arc. Dimitrikov driving on the right side of the key. His scoop layup is good. 4-point run now for the Mustangs. They're up 4-0 with 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. And we probably got about maybe 35 seconds of extra basketball.
Yeah, we did.
At the beginning of this game.
Mountain Crest got an extra set, we'll say.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe that will come into play later on. At the top of the arc, a little bit of a mishandle by Hay on the handoff from Crane. Hedging over the top, really denying the right-hand dribble is Parker Andrus on Hay, as Green Canyon still has not been able to get a good shot of their own. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Long off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Green Canyon, and the reverse layup up and through by Gavin Crane. Well, first bucket of the night for Green Canyon. A long lob over to the far sideline, Mountain Crest. Trying to keep calm and collected and break this press. That last pass, unfortunate, as Parker Andrus bounces it off of his fingers and it goes out of bounds. On the baseline, Wolves will take it.
And that was a good thought, just wasn't quite there.
The breaking of the press really, like you said, it happened all the way, and then that last pass just wasn't quite there. Crane on the far side, giving it back up at the top for Stokes. Surveys the defense of Mountain Crest, going with the man defense here to start this one. Driving in, little handoff, the double pump, it rolls in and out for Jamison Thompson, and it has been a night where nothing works. We've got lights flickering in the background here at the top.
Lights go out, everything's just not great right now.
Something in the air,
There's gremlins in the building for sure.
There's something on the wing. Andrus trying to get it to Dimitrikov. Heavy pressure from the Wolves as they go well out beyond the perimeter. Quick toss. Smith, another backdoor cut, gets his own rebound off the deflection. Pugmire flies in and wrangles it up into the hoop. 6-2 lead by the Mustangs.
Good putback.
Hay dribbling with the right hand. Andrus with a big ask tonight defensively, averaging 23 points per game, and a quick offensive foul. It will go against the Wolves.
Yep.
Number 1, Gavin Crane is going to be called for the offensive foul.
Mountain Crest coming with a real high tempo right now on the court, which they're going to need to keep up with these Wolves.
Mountain Crest of old, not afraid to play anybody. They're going to need that type of mentality here tonight as the 1-3-1 zone shown by the Wolves, trying to force it into the corner, which they do. Long three from Carden, stepping into it, front of the rim, no good. Andrus, the offensive rebound, caught underneath the basket, throws it up over the top. It's deflected and grabbed by the Wolves in the backcourt. One-on-one versus Smith, and a blocking foul as Easton Stokes, good heads-up play to steal it away. Drive to the bucket, no chance at free throws, but a foul given up by the Stangs nonetheless.
Yeah, not a bad foul, because now they've got to allow Mountain Crest to set up and get a better look at this offense.
6-2 lead by the Mustangs early over the Wolves. And a jump ball called. Good collapse in on Jude Hay, a drive on the right side of the key. Dimitrikov, the one to tie him up. It will stay with Green Canyon on the right side of the bucket. Ball is slapped, looking for somebody up to the top. They get it to the big man for 3. Yes!
Wow!
Jamison Thompson, good for 5 points per game, makes up 66% of his production in that 1 3-point shot at the top of the arc. Smith drives in on his own, goes in front of the free throw line and nails the jumper.
That was a good look.
Carden able to deflect the ball. Ball poked away but grabbed back by Green Canyon. Crane, right side, give it back up to the top for the big man who just made the 3-pointer. Stokes to the corner, open look, and it is drained again. Back-to-back threes. Boston Horman this time, the senior, able to get it up and in. 1-point lead held by the Mustangs, and the full court pressure giving them a little bit of issue in the backcourt.
Yep, and the thing is, if you can break it to the middle quickly, you often end up with a good look down there quick before Green Canyon get back, but it's kind of a smothering full court.
Trying to force it into one corner or the other. Andrus gets the one-on-one, crosses over left, and has the ball stolen away. Horman, the one to poke it out. Numbers for Green Canyon, the hesitation drive, and the miss on the right side layup. No good. Fortunate the Mustangs come away with no points scored by Green Canyon. Here's Carden for 3, the left hand. Yes!
Good shot.
Ice in the veins by Noah Carden, who has come along just magnificently for the Mustangs throughout the season. Turned into more or less a very deep role player. Now, very huge to the Mountain Crest offenses. On the opposite side of the floor, Gavin Crane drives with the right hand. No truck stop. No pullover for him as he goes right to the rim, is fouled and one. 11-9, 13 3:18 left in the first quarter as Crane is able to make the three-point play. That is 3 straight possessions of three-point plays for Green Canyon. Dimitrikov, quickly give back to Andrus, drives in, floats it up, no good. Pugmire with all of the length in the world, can't put that one back in on the follow-through. Step in three, good by Jude Hay. 4 consecutive three-point possessions by Green Canyon. Pugmire, quick handoff on the right side wing extended. Smith jabs right, goes back to the left. Dimitrikov collapsed in onside the key. Floating away from the bucket, no good. Pugmire tries to put it back up and in. That one won't go. The deflection and block by Green Canyon defensively. Hesitation, drive, kick out to the top. Long three, no. Finally, Green Canyon able to miss one of those shots.
Threes, yeah.
13-11 lead. Green Canyon took it back after the three-point shot by Jude Hay. 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the first. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize here on CashValleyDaily.com that we do not have a score bug for you to be shown tonight. Here's another step-in jumper on the baseline by Carden. He's missed his miss off the side of the backboard, rebounded by Pugmire, and back up and in.
Pugmire is really flying in there under there for those rebounds. It's really paying off for him, too.
2 big players for Mountain Crest that were not starters at the beginning of the year have really turned it on, and we got a lot of confidence. That's Noah Carden, that's Easton Pugmire, and those two have made up the majority of the offensive points. Here's a good closeout on the near side corner. It will go off the side of the backboard. And Jude Hay thought that he was fouled by Mason Smith in the corner, and so too does the Green Canyon fans.
Yeah. It was interesting because the ref kind of went up with his whistle and then changed his mind. So
into the ball game here for Mountain Crest. Brands, the sophomore, played 4 games for the Mustangs on the year. He's a new addition to the rotation lineup again. Mountain Crest has been playing with all sorts of lineups. Dimitrikov, wraparound pass on the baseline, kicked out of bounds by number 11, Cox, the senior from Green Canyon.
Yep. Mountain Crest doing a really good job right now, which, they've got to have high energy.
Too quick of a jump and toss, air ball by Noah Carden in the corner. He had a great look.
Yeah.
And the foul by the Mustangs trying to get the ball back. We are all knotted up at 13 with 1:22 remaining in the first. Mountain Crest has had the tendency, for our Green Canyon viewership, they've played to the level of a lot of really good teams this year.
They really have, yeah.
They just have not been able to finish games and really just kind of make it all 4 quarters. They've been able to have hot streaks of 2, 3 quarters even, but always have 1 quarter where they fall a little bit flat. Green Canyon hasn't really had that problem this year, sitting at 18-1. Here's the back down and the blocking foul. And they're going to call a flop on Mason Smith. That's what the
Is that
motion.
what that call is? I didn't even think you had that in high school.
They are going to call that on Smith, who tried to
never
sell
seen
the
that
back
before.
down. That's the first warning for Smith, and I believe you get 2 and then a technical in high school.
I don't know. I've never seen that in high school.
That's the call. Comes out, gives the signal of a flop. Green Canyon will take it underneath the basket. 13 all with 62 seconds left in the first quarter. The inbound by Green Canyon, wrapping around, handoff into the quarter. Hay drives against Dimitrikov, drop down and up and through, a foul on the shot just outside the key. Dimitrikov frustrated because he can't do much of anything.
No.
Hay has the length, he's got the speed.
Yeah.
Outside shooting.
He's quite a player. He really is.
23 points per game for Jude Hay, the senior. Good for about 6 rebounds as well as he makes the first free throw. All around go-to man.
He is a big part of why Green Canyon is 19-1. Or 16-1.
19-1.
19-1, you're right.
Up and through, good for both on the free throw. Brands caught up in the corner, deflected. Ball up for grabs. It is collected in front of the media table by the Wolves. That press is really causing issues for Mountain Crest as they lob it up and over to the top on the easy deuce inside. Now Mountain Crest able to break the pressure, stops Brands slips, trying to put on the brakes on the far side angle, and that will be a turnover.
2 quick turnovers for Mountain Crest here in this last minute of basketball.
Green Canyon, slow and methodical, 27 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. More than content to try and take some time off, take the last shot, comfortably up by 4 at this point. The Jets, Carden steals it away at the free throw, at the half-court line, goes all the way to the rim. That's big boy basketball. Here comes the Wolves the other way. In the corner, Brands, heads-up play, deflected out of bounds. Noah Carden says, I am not going to have any of this dancing around for 20 seconds. I'm taking the basketball and going the length of the court.
I just absolutely love the way he plays basketball.
2 seconds on the game clock. Green Canyon will inbound quickly back into the corner. Shot is up and off the back of the rim, no good. After the end of 1, Green Canyon 17, Mountain Crest 15. We'll take a break, go back into it. Actually, we'll go ahead and try and get a shot of the scoreboard here, since we don't have a game scoreboard or a score clock here tonight. Your leaders for the Mustangs, Noah Carden with 7 points. On the opposite side, who else but Jude Hay? We'll go right back into the action right after this on 100.9 tonight at CashValleyDaily.com.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Hiram, Utah, a region matchup between the Green Canyon Wolves, who sit at 19-1, 8-1 in region against the Mountain Crest Mustangs, 6-13, 2-6 in region play. A little bit of David versus Goliath late in the season.
It is.
Mountain Crest not, well, I guess they are playing like David versus Goliath right now. It's really sticking with the Wolves so far in this first quarter. Pugmire, step back 3, long, and it will be grabbed by the Wolves. Turning on the Jets the opposite way. Jab step left, go right, miss the layup, and it is rebounded back by the Mustang. Brands. Here's the Wolf call behind him. Step in transition 3 by Martinson, no good, and a lot of collision inside by Parker Andrus and others. Yeah,
that was an interesting call because Andrus ended up on the bottom of that pile, and he said that Andrus pushed him, and that was a little
there was a lot
weird. There was a lot going on
both ways, most definitely. But Andrus is the one that's found guilty by our judge, jury, and executioner.
I think it was another Mountain Crest player coming in.
Might have been
on top of the pile, but that it should have gone to, but yeah, that was a little weird.
Aggressive box out by 4 people usually ends up in a mess.
Yeah.
I was going to say, in that last possession, Brands got the quick rebound, went the other way. It's kind of funny, you hear the Wolf call regardless of who you're playing, but now you actually, it will make sense because Wolves are coming behind to get the basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
Ball dribbled off of the foot of Gavin Crane as he goes to the baseline. And both of these teams starting to get that physicality going a little bit here.
Yep, they've had the speed. Now it's very interesting the way you kind of get a little bit more physical until you find that line out there.
Yeah.
Which is a little different each game. So
7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. 17-15. Martinson to Carden. Wraparound pass, Brands, no hesitation look, and it'll be off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Martinson going up and through, and that shot won't go in.
Just couldn't get it to go.
2 good looks really for Mountain Crest, both inside. Martinson back up at the top, around and wrapping in. Hayes falling away, jumper, makes it look smooth from about 7 feet away.
Yeah, he's just got, he'll play college somewhere.
Yeah, 19-15 is your reading on the scoreboard here in Hiram tonight. Step in 3, and Mountain Crest short on all of their shots beyond the perimeter these last 3 possessions down the line. 0 for 3 these last couple possessions. 19-15, the Wolves looking inside. Mountain Crest trying to deny anything in to Jamison Thompson, who gets it, drop steps left against Dimitrikov, and that is a big boy move, and a lot of man to have to cover if you are Dimitrikov.
I say this a lot when I see kids that are playing. If he doesn't play football as either a D-end or a tight end, then there's something wrong with the universe. I'm just saying.
Quick timeout by Mountain Crest. This is a 30-second timeout. 21-19 your score here in Hiram. Green Canyon leads in this one. What have you seen so far that has caused Green Canyon to start to stretch this a little bit in their favor?
I think they're just, one of the things that's happening is Mountain Crest is really struggling to shoot. I think that's the biggest difference right now, because Mountain Crest has left quite a few points down there, or it would be, much closer than it is right now. So just got to keep doing what you're doing, but hit those shots. So
Jamison Thompson has matched his game average already with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. He had a big 3-point shot back in the first, and everybody looks around like, was that supposed to happen? And if you talk to Jamison, I'm sure he'll say, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Why wouldn't it? Right? Mountain Crest takes the timeout. They try and stop the bleeding and will inbound. Martinson, couple dribbles to penetrate, gives it back to Carden, who lobs it long for Pugmire in the corner. Cross-court pass back to Martinson near side. Picks up his dribble, almost dribbled out of his own shoes as Carden comes back to the near side angle to help him out. 2-3 zone. Pugmire to Dimitrikov, right elbow. Drops in, falling away, left hand hook shot won't go, and Pugmire tries valiantly to get it, won't go. Rebound Wolves. Martinson in the back pocket. Another 3 by Thompson. Good night.
That's
another
crazy.
3. That's 2 3-point makes on 2 attempts by Jamo Thompson. Kick out 3, Martinson trying to answer of his own, and he does as Mountain Crest gets the points back. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Yes.
Boston Horman back in a long 3-point shot, and it will be a foul well beyond the perimeter. Coach Smith's going to come out to Tatum Martinson and tell him, hey, listen, you might not need to be in the back pocket 5 feet beyond the 3-point line here. And
the biggest thing is you got to make sure you're not in that landing zone, which is, I think, what that basically was.
And Hay does what any good shooter does, tries to play it up, and he'll be rewarded with 3 free throws at the line. Jude Hay, we don't have a free throw percentage for him, but so far he's made 3 for 3 at this point in the ball game.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that with who he is, as I get his broadcaster's jinx on him here.
Yeah.
Misses the second. 25-18 in favor of Green Canyon. 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. We appreciate your patience tonight on the broadcast as the third and final free throw goes down and in for the senior. Mountain Crest again facing that pressure. Martinson trying to step through the double team, gives it back to Smith. Double pumps, throws it up, and it is volleyball swatted out of bounds by a Green Canyon Wolf, number 21, Boston Horman. That was a volleyball spike and a half. That goes into the Mountain Crest pep band. Martinson to Smith, got to get it across the half-court line, and they do. Brands back to Martinson, made the 3-point shot from there last time, steps in, takes the tough contested jumper, and it will be tipped out of bounds by Pugmire, goes back to the Wolves.
Yeah. I think, one of the things that when you're watching these two teams, and Mountain Crest has been playing very well, when the Green Canyon does their play, when they go in, there's no hesitation. It's just a flow. And I think sometimes Mountain Crest hesitates too much.
It's been kind of a talking point throughout the entirety of the season, is that double guessing yourself. Beautiful offensive play on the assist from Easton Stokes inside the finish. I believe that was, it might have been Gavin Crane. I just saw the pretty pass, and then, it just comes naturally, the points afterwards. Martinson and the Mountain Crest offense confused by the 1-3-1 zone that Green Canyon's shown them. Here's the back down and the floater by Dimitrikov, and he can't get that hook shot to go down and in. usually pretty automatic with the left hand. 0 for 2 really from that spot tonight. 28-18, a 10-point lead with under 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Mountain Crest trying to get back to within single digits. Pugmire over pursues, lets Thompson spin to his left inside, and he walks with the basketball.
Yep, that little slip. I wonder if the floor is a little slick in some spots. He's not the only one that's done that tonight.
There's been a couple from both sides that have kind of been on roller skates a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
It's the Gremlins, like we talked about.
It's the Gremlins, yeah.
Good showing here tonight by both schools. We've got a plethora of Green Canyon fans behind us. Mountain Crest student section has shown out along with everybody else as we normally do. Brands in the corner, Clapston on Andrus. Jabs left, then goes right with the left-hand layup. That is a needed bucket for the Mustangs.
Yes, it really was. They struggled to get those bunnies to go down underneath there.
8-point lead for Green Canyon. Surveying the defense is Stokes as he works his way to the left. Brands gets his finger on it. It's deflected, stays with Green Canyon. Now they go the power play. Flip around to the right, up and through, and the dunk by Crane. Shows how mature this team is for Green Canyon. You play the power play and you end up with an easy dunk.
Yeah, yep.
Got to be careful, and a foul here at the top of the arc. Noah Carden bump away from the ball by Boston Horman, who picks him up off the floor. Good sportsmanship by the Wolves.
Yep.
Looks like both of them were looking at the basketball, ran into each other, and then there you go.
Carden being a little bit smaller ended up on the floor.
A little bit. Here's Carden on the left side wing extended, gives it back to Smith at the top. Baseball pass to Pugmire on the baseline. The Wolves are inviting Mountain Crest to try and throw it in those tight windows, and they've had a few steals like this one here. Kick out into the corner. Horman, and the Wolves take it back up to the top. Crane wants to get it inside. Does not do so, drives himself and takes a hard fall after a foul near the top, or rather the pinnacle of his jump, and he'll be rewarded with 2 free throws. Still a 10-point lead, 30-20 with 2:26 left in the second quarter. Free throws coming up for Gavin Crane, who has 9 points.
Yep, they've got
for Green Canyon.
They'll have 2 in double digits by the end of the first half, which is pretty impressive.
First shot by Crane, up and through, and like you said, with that bucket, 2 double-digit point leaders for Green Canyon. Gavin Crane and Jude Hay. 11-point lead for Green Canyon. Second shot, up and off the back iron, no good, tipped out and rebounded offensively by the Wolves. Noah Carden trying to harass Stokes on the right side. He'll pull it back out, get the free shot clock reset, and work the offense. Hay flowing through. Andrus holds on that backdoor screen, and that will be Andrus's third.
Yeah, that's too bad, because he is one of their biggest defensive players out there. So
Dimitrikov is probably going to come in for Parker Andrus. Really tough trying to stay in the back pocket of Jude Hay, who's got 11.
Yeah.
And I still feel like he's done a pretty decent job.
Yeah, he has.
So far tonight defensively on a really, really good player. Beautiful pass and the missed dunk. Pugmire able to get enough of that, maybe possibly, to get that up and away. Pugmire has to play defense. As Crane, who missed the dunk, makes up, hustles to the opposite end and deflects it out of bounds. Yeah. Inbound coming up for the Mustangs underneath the basket on the far side. Substitution is Tate Martinson. Surveys, points, and says, I'm going in for Pugmire. Veteran move by Pugmire to not look at the bench when the substitution's coming in.
Surely not me.
Dimitrikov and one as he fakes the screen. The up screen near the free throw line, comes back to the basketball, throws it up with the right hand. He'll get 2 with a chance for 1 more.
Yeah, and he usually does such a good job underneath there, finally finding his range tonight. Was struggling. He is Mountain Crest's #1 scorer. It's so quiet. We say that all the time, that it's a quiet
Yeah, it is.
He scores a quiet 16 points.
A quiet
you know
16,
I mean?
a quiet 15. That's
Yeah.
right. He makes the three-point play after the shooter's roll goes front, back, and in. Stokes gets a screen at the top here from Crane. Mountain Crest struggling to try and switch. Long three, and that is the look that you want from Jude Hay, who nails the three-point shot off center left from downtown. 34-23, 11 points. The lead for the Wolves. Green Canyon is kind of swapped in between a couple different defenses. Backdoor cut and a jump ball. Martinson and Stokes. Nope, Horman, excuse me. Possession arrow is going to go the way of Green Canyon. (34-23). Backdoor cut. Open for a millisecond, closed really fast.
Yeah, closed very fast.
And now Green Canyon, with about 80 seconds remaining before halftime, will work the offense. Hay trying to get up and through. Martinson trying to stay in his back pocket. Double teaming Hay away from the basketball. Inside feed to Cox. Gives it up and under move by Crane. Expert, but no dice, as it is rebounded by the Mustangs. Martinson in between a couple different Wolves, slows it back down, gives it up to Dimitrikov, now Smith. As Mountain Crest has to reset, work the half court. Coach Smith coming out, trying to get the offensive set in as Brands comes to the near side. Tough throw inside, and it is deflected by Cox out of bounds. And active hands by the Wolves tonight has rewarded them greatly. I don't know what is the total for points off of turnovers, but they've had a few.
Yeah.
Carden drives, left-hand floater, down and in, good. Quickly down the floor, Brands can't make up the gap. Long Hail Mary toss is capitalized by Boston Horman. It just feels like one step forward, two steps back every time Mountain Crest can try and get something going. It's been a great Green Canyon team they're playing tonight. Carden wanted to go left, now goes right. Here comes the 1-3-1 action again. It has been really giving Mountain Crest trouble. Cross-court pass, Carden skies up in the air to get it. Brands, no hesitation, three. No, as it rims around and out. 4 seconds on the game clock. Crossing the half-court line. Crane for three, floating it out and away. It will brick off the back iron. And that will be halftime. Green Canyon leads 36-25. We appreciate all of you that have joined us here. We'll keep it here for just a second as we go ahead and talk a little bit about what we've seen here tonight. Really, active hands by both teams. Seems like Green Canyon has been more efficient from the field. I mean, I feel like an idiot saying this, but you make more shots.
Yeah,
you're going to be up. But it's just seemed like the percentage has been higher for Green Canyon.
It has, and it's just that little bit of a difference. I will say this, Mountain Crest has done a good job staying in the game, most of this game. But they've done that with the hustle and the high intensity, and that is so hard to do for 4 quarters.
You're 100% right. As we get a look at our score bug, we get back into the action. We'll have about a 10-minute halftime break. Let's go ahead and get you some halftime scores from around the region. Bear River leads by 3 over Skyview. That update via Hurricane John Newbold doing a great old job. I believe they are in Bear River tonight.
Yep.
And then another halftime update. Ridgeline leads by, I believe, 18, 33-14 over Logan. And that is your halftime updates. We'll go ahead, take a break, come back to you in just a minute's time with more action, a little bit more of what both teams can do to kind of continue to build their lead if you're Green Canyon or get back into it if you're Mountain Crest. We'll be right back after these quick messages here on CashValleyDaily.com, a Castelite production of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball. Yeah.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Make insurance less.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Make insurance less.
Suit up.
Welcome back here at halftime in Hiram as the Mountain Crest Mustangs and Green Canyon Wolves are through half of their game. That's usually what happens when you're at halftime.
When you're at halftime.
Green Canyon leads 36-25. Your points leaders for both teams include Gavin Crane with 10, but he is not the leader in terms of points for Green Canyon. It is, surprise, surprise, Jude Hay with 14 points. No fouls either for Jude Hay, who's been going off. Anybody who's had to guard him tonight has had a handful and a half.
Yes, they have.
To try and guard him. He's been doing very well. For the Mustangs, Noah Carden with 9, Nico Dimitrikov with 5, and Pugmire with 3. That is our halftime look here in this one. Let's talk a little bit about both of these teams and talk about their future schedules before we get back into this game. Coach, what do both of these teams have to kind of round out region play? What do they have left?
So Green Canyon will host Ridgeline next, which will give them a chance to get back their one loss in the region and one loss overall that they've gotten. And then they finish up at Westfield next week. Mountain Crest has 3 games left, and we will be at all 3. We'll be at, sorry. There's a dispute on whether he made the basket at halftime or not.
Which he didn't. But I mean, in spirit, they're going to go to the monitor.
They're going to go to the monitor. Sorry. So anyway, but Mountain Crest is going to. It's 3 games left. We're going to be at all 3. We're going to travel over to Bear River, which is always fun, and then home for Skyview, and then finishing up with Ridgeline. Which Mountain Crest took Ridgeline into overtime, lost in overtime over at Ridgeline. So that's and they went to the score, and they're going to give him a shot. That's why everybody's cheering.
Man, somebody's getting a little bit under the table then, because he did not make that in time. But good for him.
Yeah. Nope. It's all good. So yeah, finishing out region, and then they'll get ready for the playoffs, which Green Canyon will have a bye. Mountain Crest will be traveling somewhere. So
there you go. Well, going out to Bear River, the game that Mountain Crest played Bear River last time did come down to it. It was fairly close until the fourth quarter, where they started to kind of, execute and kind of lost it in the end. Again, like you said, half overtime was needed against Ridgeline. So anything can happen if you're the Mustangs. If you're Green Canyon, you really want to get that one back against Ridgeline earlier in the year.
Yep.
So
what's interesting though, with those coming up, is the Mountain Crest that played in the first half of this game would be competing with Bear River and Logan and Westfield. You know what I mean? They would be up in there. You've got Ridgeline, you've got Green Canyon that are kind of the upper echelon right now. But that Mountain Crest team that we just saw would have competed all year long, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's been a hodgepodge of different looks. I mean, we haven't seen the same starting lineup really in back-to-back games almost all year long.
No, not all year long, we have not. So, and that makes it tough because that's just one more thing that, say, Green Canyon has. These boys have been playing together for 3 years, many of them starting for 3 years at varsity. And you can see that in the way they play. You almost get to read the other person's mind.
Yep.
Whereas Mountain Crest is mixing it up, trying to find what's right, and it's harder to get a flow.
Yeah. Well, we'll take one more break. We got 2 minutes remaining before the start of our third quarter. Our second half coming up in just a moment. Big shout out to the Pep Band and a big shout out to Annie Olson, who's been giving us some great shots of our crowd, everything of the action happening out here tonight on the court, and our score bug. And for whatever reason, things did not work tonight,
it's not.
Technologically speaking, for us.
No.
So we'll take the break, come back, and get you more action right after this on 100.9 on CashValleyDaily.com. This is a Cater Shop presentation of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball here in Hiram. We'll be right back after this.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Insurance less.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my...
Welcome back here to Hiram as we get ready for more action here. The start of our second half. Green Canyon leads 36-25, 11 points over the hometown Mountain Crest Mustangs. Thanks so much for joining us here on 100.9. I am Cody Olson, joined here by Coach Olson in the broadcast booth. Mountain Crest looking to get more efficient shots in there. Don't miss those bunnies and try and stop Jude Hay. That's really probably the game plan going into this one. Here's that 1-3-1 zone that caused Mountain Crest some issues. You never know what you're going to see with this Green Canyon squad. And immediately the ball stolen out and away. Here is Hay driving, wraparound pass, up and out. Long three is what they're going to go for, and they hit. Boston Horman, and that, like you said, reading each other's minds.
Yeah, they're right there. It's
Noah Carden, Smith trying to play hot potato with the basketball. A wall formed right at the top near the free throw line is not allowing Mountain Crest to get anywhere near. Here's a step in three by Martinson, and the best thing you can ask for, best thing you can ask for is a three to answer a three here. 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Martinson sticking down. Dimitrikov going to try and outrun Thompson, and does with the layup with the right hand. Got to feel good when you've been pounding up against him all night that you can finally get out in space. Run away from Thompson.
Yeah. Because they're about the same height, Dimitrikov and Thompson, but they're not
in the same weight class. No. Here's a drive with the right hand, up and good with Easton Stokes capitalizing. 41-30, back to an 11-point lead. Back and forth, haymakers in the early goings of this third quarter. Dimitrikov, handoff to Carden, gets around Thompson, takes a tough jumper on the left elbow, and it is rebounded by the Wolves after the miss. Some daylight. Crane is rejected by Pugmire, says no. And that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good block by Pugmire. He got some air up there.
Yeah, he did. And Kevin Crane is not easy to meet at the pinnacle of that shot.
I think that was a shock by him. He's not used to that.
Someone chasing him down from behind. Here is Hay. Again, spins left, spins right, is fouled by Carden on the arm, trying to fall away. Jude Hay is doing everything he can to try and get a shot going, and Mountain Crest has been suffocating. The trade-off has been quite a few fouls have been given to Jude Hay tonight.
Yeah, and Green Canyon's one of those teams, missing the first, by the way, that if, say, he even had a bad night, they've got enough players behind him to step up.
Yep.
So it's so hard.
41-30, first free throw missed by Hay, second one down and in. Goes 50% from the line. Mountain Crest facing the pressure, long lob to the near side. Martinson jogs through across the half-court line, spins off the right foot, trying to find somebody to get it to, and he finds Smith at the top of the arc. Ball will rotate to the far side. Pugmire waits, gives it to Dimitrikov. Now to Martinson. Jabs left, goes right inside the lane, throws it up with the right hand. It is missed, and Pugmire
with the putback
runs in and tracks it down, puts it back and in.
He's been doing really good at that.
Hay steps back from beyond the baseline, gives it up on the secondary fast break. The pump gets Dimitrikov to bite. Corner three is good. Boston Horman, and man, again, anything that Mountain Crest does to get going, Green Canyon's got an answer for it.
Yeah.
Here's a pump and a shot by Dimitrikov. Stellar senior move to get Thompson up in the air.
Yeah, I like going down like that with Dimitrikov.
Hanging in around an 11-point difference throughout this third quarter. Lots of points happening. Here's the back door, up and around. Crane able to get it up and through. On the fake one way, goes the opposite. Dimitrikov, quick toss to Martinson. Stonewelled by Thompson. Turns around, gives it up to the top. Here's an open look for Carden. Step in three. Yes. And offensive fireworks happening on both ends of the court right now.
Really is, yeah.
Right side layup, up and no good. Ball tipped around and stays with the Green Canyon Wolves as Dimitrikov can't handle it and bring it into his own body. Andrus coming back in with 3 fouls. Pugmire tries to plead. No, go someone else. And Pugmire's going to go off and have a talk with Coach Smith. Thompson, handoff to Hay. Drives baseline against Andrus. Good move. Just slithers his way inside.
Yeah, and nobody could really defend against something like that. It's so tough.
49-37. Smith stopping, bouncing it back up to the top for Andrus. Telegraph pass almost stolen away. Mustangs get it inside to the left side, wing extended. Martinson. Shot cooked up for him, can't get it to go. Mountain Crest steps on the baseline, or rather the sideline, as they try and save it on the long miss by Martinson, and then we'll go back to Green Canyon. Man, it's been offensive fireworks. Mountain Crest, usually if they're shooting this well, you're making up the gap. But Green Canyon is just keeping them at arm's distance the entire way.
They really are. It's just shot for shot kind of a deal going on.
Huge cheers in the gymnasium as Trey Cooper comes into the ballgame.
Haven't seen Trey in a little bit.
We'll see what Trey can do. First step is playing defense.
That's right.
Here we go. Jude Hay to the right side, and Cooper is going to get his first assignment. Go to the right, driving in. The shot is up and wraps around, no good. Offensive rebound by the Wolves, and it will be a foul on the rebound. No shots coming up. Inbound coming in for the Wolves. And it is, I believe, Dimitrikov.
His first.
His first. Only other Mustang in double-digit points is Noah Carden. Dimitrikov needs one more point to get into those double digits. Here's a contested challenge at the top of the arc. It will bounce off of a Green Canyon Wolf after the miss inside. Green Canyon's coaching staff cannot believe it. They had so many good looks inside.
Yeah. He's animated.
He is.
I'll put it that way.
12-point hole. Mountain Crest trying to come back. 3:35 left in the ballgame. Andrus, left side wing extended, looking for somebody. Dimitrikov flares out at the top of the arc, hands it back off to Carden, has a little bit of space, pulls it back out, gets a good matchup, throws it up for Andrus, who holds it, gets it back into his body. The reverse layup won't go. Everything but the bucket.
Everything but the bucket.
That was maximum effort by Parker Andrus. Green Canyon the opposite way, ball tipped and deflected back into the arms of Crane. They try and survey back again. Pump, drive, inside, layup, no good. A lot of contact, and I think there probably could have been a foul on that one. Here's Cooper. A plethora of cheers as he takes it. The opposite lane of the court. Dimitrikov. Back to Cooper for three! No! Andrus fouled on the rebound. Got a little bit of a whack on the schnoz. And Mountain Crest will take it on the baseline. Perfect look for Trey Cooper. And we've seen him make, 30 in a row in warm-ups.
Yep.
Here it is. Smith up to the near side. Andrus for three. Yes! Single ditch a deficit, 9-point difference, 49-40. Can Mountain Crest continue and play some defense? Try and just chip into this lead a little bit here by the Wolves. Right hand switch. Hay to the near side. Far now is Erickson at the top of the arc. A lot of dribble handoff action. Hay for three. They want to answer, and it's going to be missed. This is the opportunity now for Mountain Crest.
Chip away at it.
Bounce pass, laser beam, Carden with the left-hand layup. Smith threaded in between the legs of what Green Canyon Wolf defender. And now Mountain Crest getting back into it. Here's Crane and one as he fights through contact. Trying to put a stop immediately to that run by Mountain Crest.
Yep. This has been such a really good game.
It's been a great game. It's been a really fun one.
Definitely the best play we've seen from Mountain Crest for
I
a
would
long
agree.
time.
I would agree. Really hanging in there, being at least annoying to Green Canyon. Here's the three-point shot, or rather the three-point opportunity is down and in by Gavin Crane. He's got 15 now. 3 players on the floor for Green Canyon in double digits. That's Crane, Hay, and Horman with 11. Dimitrikov, his pass intended will bounce off of a Green Canyon player, and then they are going to have to say that Dimitrikov must have been with a toe on the sideline because it did bounce off of a Green Canyon player after it hit off of him.
Yeah, that's the only way that could have worked.
Green Canyon gets it back after the tough pass kind of easily deflected and stolen away. Carden, closeout, right side, Horman. Finds himself alone on the right side, pulls the trigger, and is another three-point shot from downtown for Green Canyon. They've shot very well. When you're thinking that they're going in, that ball's going in more so than not, and it's a three-point total team percentage, that's a good night.
That is a good night, yeah.
Backdoor cut, Dimitrikov lays it up and in. Good find by Smith to keep his head on the swivel.
Yeah.
Andrus jabs at Hay, driving left, going in, lost his balance. It will be a travel first.
Yep.
Turnover on the Wolves. 55-44, under a minute left to play in the first quarter as Jude Hay will come out to take a break. Thompson will come in as well. Out comes Horman.
Nope, they changed it again. No, you're right.
Horman does come out. They thought about taking Cox out.
Yeah, there was a little confusion there.
47 seconds. Mountain Crest started at a deficit of 11, is still at a deficit of 11, despite the fact that they've scored a ton of points in this one. Here's Cooper couldn't handle the hot potato pass across the key. Dimitrikov floats away, gets it to Andrus. His shot up, and it will be a foul. 2 shots coming up. Tough
Good
fighting
move
by Andrus, yeah.
It is. And you know, I like the fact that Mountain Crest is trying to work it on that outside, but they are able to keep their eye out and have been able to hit Dimitrikov and Andrus down underneath. You know, you can't come away with no points every time down right now. You just can't.
Andrus makes the first free throw. Martinson is going to come in for Trey Cooper. Pugmire set to check in, I believe, for the shooter in Parker Andrus. That tough moment where you either have to choose between making the free throw and getting subbed out or missing it and staying in the game. Here's Andrus. He'll make the shot. He will get subbed out. Down to 9. Mountain Crest just being just a stickler, just being annoying.
Yep. Just if they hadn't allowed Green Canyon to go on that run, it would be, you know, it would be tied, and that run was early in the second.
19 seconds on the game clock. Green Canyon is going to go ahead and try and dribble the air out of the basketball to take the last shot. And Noah Carden, again, deflects and tries to pull it out and away. Stays with Green Canyon. Driving, inside, pass to the corner. Open look for 3. Yes. Dare I say, 60% plus from beyond the three-point line tonight. Tough to overcome. Mountain Crest really, I mean, in a good spot to be down 12.
Yeah.
When Green Canyon has been going off.
Yeah, they really have. You've seen, I mean, we haven't watched a lot of Green Canyon, but I can't, you know, they're playing very solid. And on the Mountain Crest side, this is the best we've seen them play. So you couldn't have asked for a better basketball for tonight.
No,
you know?
Fantastic. We're going to go ahead, take the timeout, come back to you for the conclusion of this basketball game coming up in the fourth quarter right after this.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Coming back into the start of our fourth quarter, Mountain Crest and Green Canyon out on the floor. And they're trying to figure out which way each team is going. And they're going to give it to
Green Canyon.
Green Canyon going the way
they were before.
Right. Going from left to right.
East to west.
East to west. Doesn't really mean anything in a gymnasium, but yes, east to west. Far side wing extended. Green Canyon trying to come up with some magic to pull away from the Mustangs here. One-on-one Dimitrikov. A pump, a drive, a drop step by Crane. Good contest. Great defense by Dimitrikov as it is missed and grabbed by the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job down underneath there.
Screen at the top. Smith goes left. Backdoor. Handoff for Martinson. Surveys. Mountain Crest trying to take a little bit more time. Survey. Get it back into the action. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Inside the half circle. Working left. Dimitrikov. That ball telegraphed. Stolen away. Here comes Stokes. Up and through in the layup. And that was just a slow developing, slow to the spot type of easy steal for the Wolves.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where not only you took forever, but then you turned it over.
Yep.
That's not what you need if you're Mountain Crest right now.
14-point lead now by the Wolves. Smith jabs left, goes right, gives it to Pugmire, who goes up and in and gets the bucket. Baseline attack.
Pugmire getting close to double digits too.
Reverse layup versus Pugmire is good by Cox. Smith to the corner. Martinson, open look for three. Bouncing it off the back iron, no good. Pugmire tracks it back down. Sends it back up to the top for Martinson. And a fortunate second chance here for the Mustangs. Open look. I mean, I just think that the percentage from beyond the three-point line for Green Canyon has just been astronomically high.
It really has. They just don't miss.
They don't.
And it's hard to beat a team that just doesn't miss. You know what I mean?
Timeout on the floor by Mountain Crest. It will be a full 60-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Come back to you right after this here on a Castelite presentation of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball here in Hiram. Mustangs, Green Canyon, Wolves lead 62-48.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel
Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah. 6:17 remaining here in this one. Mountain Crest within arm's length, but a pretty long arm's length right now, especially considering how much Green Canyon has been able to put points on the board tonight. Here is a kick out for Carden for three, and that is good. And that's, I mean, something here to get started.
Yep.
Brings it back down to 11. 62-51, under 6 minutes remaining. Taking the point guard spot, Easton Stokes works his way to the left-hand side, gets it to Cox, and now Thompson. Inside feed, up and through, falling away is Horman. Boston Horman, a quiet 16 points tonight.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Smith, now to Andrus. Now a 3-2 zone shown by the Wolves. They've gone into all different types of sets tonight. Now working their way back. Step back three by Smith. No good. Pugmire's shot and putback won't go. It will be a foul on the putback, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yep, good. Pugmire I lost my train of thought. Pugmire and Andrus went right down. They were both there, able to scoop that up. Mount Crest doing much better tonight with rebounds, with everything in their game has been a little bit better.
Laser beam rocks off the front of the rim and then falls down and in for Pugmire. It almost looked like he was shooting down into the basket.
I know, right? Those big guys don't need as much arc, apparently.
I guess not. Second one up, and that one has a lot more arc. You could tell it was a different type of shot, and it misses long. Rebounded back by Green Canyon and given back to the point guard, Stokes, who's been good with the basketball tonight. Great facilitator, a couple assists. Well-oiled machine this late in the season. You're not 19-1 for no reason.
No, exactly.
If you're Green Canyon. Spinning off of Carden, driving in and getting right to the rack, but no good on the layup attempt is Stokes. Here's Martinson for Pugmire. He wants the three-point shot, and it will bounce in and out. No good. Rebound back by the Mustangs, and the put back in by Smith. So Pugmire misses the three-point shot.
And
the smallest person
Smith
gets the rebound and put back. Yeah, that make sense to me. 10-point difference, 4:30 remaining here in the fourth. Hedging at the top. Hay hesitates, drives, goes right to the bucket, and gets in for the layup.
A little bit easy. They make it look easy.
He's got such long legs.
Yeah, it's hard.
Looks like he's jogging, but he's really just like making up such great stride. Carden at the top. We'll flip it over to Andrus on the far side. Trying to collapse in on him is the Green Canyon defense. They got Coach Smith to call a timeout last time on that exact same thing. Andrus identifies it.
Yes.
Tries to step through it. It's a foul.
Foul, yep. Well played. I mean, Mountain Crest again, down 12 right now, 54-66. But I cannot emphasize this enough. This has been the best game we've seen Mountain Crest play. They're just playing a juggernaut.
Yeah, hands down, I think this is the most complete basketball game that Mountain Crest has played. Absolutely. Smith working around two different Green Canyon Wolf players, trying to get some action around. It will be a timeout. Bailing out his point guard is Coach Chandler Smith. Nobody open, and we'll go ahead and take the 60-second timeout. 66-54, under 4 minutes to play. Mountain Crest with the basketball. Do they got a miracle in them? We'll find out right after this here on a Cater Shop presentation of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball here on CashValleyDaily.com.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
All right, back here into the action. 66-54, Mountain Crest trying to come up with something to get back in striking distance with under 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Smith to Carden on the right side. Dimitrikov flows back off of the defense. He's going to go to the rack, spinning away, going back with the right hand, flipping it up and in.
He's so good at that follow-away, hook?
Yeah, baby hook, whatever
baby hook,
it is.
whatever you want to call it. He is really good with that.
Here comes, across the line, superstar Jude Hay, who's on the night. Jude's got 19. He's looking for 20 or 21 here, and he will be fouled going to the rim. And that's really the plan for Green Canyon. Can't get much better than that. Put it in the arms of Jude Hay.
Yeah.
And see if he can go to the rim.
Yep.
If nothing else, it eats up a ton of time. Puts Mountain Crest into foul trouble.
Yeah.
Jude Hay at the line looking for point number 20, and he gets it with that free throw. Big night for Jude Hay. Averages 23 a game. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
On par.
It's been a scoring night for both teams, really.
It has. A big scoring night. This is the most points that we've seen scored in the gym here in Hiram.
Yeah.
From any team,
in a
really.
long time.
In a while. 3:13 remaining, 12-point difference once again. Andrus looks, gives the baseball pass to Carden on the right side. Driving inside the teeth of the defense, got to kick it back out. Andrus gives up the three-point shot, takes the tougher two, and it will be off the front side of the rim. No good. Rebounded back by the Mustangs. Dimitrikov to Martinson. Lots of time coming off the clock if you're Mountain Crest. Got to get to the rim. Under 3 minutes remaining. Backing down his defenders, Dimitrikov. Shimmy right, dream shake, and it won't go.
Ooh, so close.
Carden tries to swat the ball out of the air, give it back to Hay. Andrus is going to come out to meet him. ISO ball look here. Andrus one-on-one. Now the pass to the near side. Carden hedges left, gets left in the dust, bounce past the opposite side, and the dunk. Beautiful offense by Green Canyon.
Really. And you know exactly where your guy's going to be. You know, there's no question.
Carden, bounce pass. Dimitrikov wasn't ready for it. All alone, gets it up and through with the right hand. It's such a weird, I say weird in a complimentary way, like you don't know when that's going to come off of his fingers. It's like a push, like almost you're throwing a shot put.
Yeah, it really is. It's really effective for him down there.
Hay, guarded by Martinson. Harassed, drives right, kicks out of the corner. The third three-point attempt shot, and that one, the big man has a weakness.
He
misses
finally
the
missed it.
Martinson, and Carden drives with the left hand. He is fouled.
It'll be on the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. I was surprised at that as well.
Not a bad foul then if you were a Green Canyon. Here's Dimitrikov again. Push shot, and that one's rejected. That time Thompson sat on his back foot, knowing that there wasn't going to be a fadeaway shot coming that time.
Yeah, he knew where that was going.
Second opportunity coming in for Mountain Crest. 1:39 remaining, 12-point lead, 70-58 for Green Canyon. 70 points in a high school basketball game. Fadeaway jumper. Carden doesn't have enough strength on it, falls well short, and rebounded by Hay. Mountain Crest might be seceding the basketball game. They sit back in their zone, no pressure to foul. 22 seconds left on the shot clock as Hay dances around beyond, and it will be a timeout called by Green Canyon. Mostly probably just formalities to say, hey, this is the plan now.
Yeah.
With a minute 13 remaining. Take care of it, get a good shot, and let's go home.
Yeah. Yep. But still, it's 12 points.
I know.
It's been 12 points and 11 points.
The whole half.
It has. Mountain Crest really has hung with them since that second quarter, where they just let them have that little streak out, and then it just kind of has stayed there.
Yeah. Looking at the Mountain Crest side of things, Noah Carden with 17 points tonight.
Yeah.
Miko Dimitrikov with 15.
Yeah. That's good.
It's great. Great basketball.
Great. It is really great basketball. Yeah, it's just, and they could end up with two close to double digits, but Andrus is right there, and so is Muir.
Inbound coming up. Thompson comes to the near sideline, kicks it out on the triangle pass in the corner, and it will go all around the rim. No good, tipped around, and stays with Green Canyon as its last touch by Dimitrikov. That will put 35 seconds back on the shot clock. And here comes the inbound for Green Canyon now on the far side. Throws it up and over the top for Thompson, who skies up in the air. Hay looks back at the clock on the opposite side of the gym. Mountain Crest tries to sit back down in the zone. The fake screen left, the jab left, one-on-one ISO ball versus Martinson. He gets right to the rack. And one. Man, that's just unstoppable drive to the hoop.
Yeah.
And Martinson's, I feel like he's playing as good a defense as he can.
Yeah,
it's one thing if you're slow on your feet. It's one thing if you're dogging it.
Yeah.
But Martinson is just like sitting in the chair, and he's like, I can't move fast enough.
Well, yeah, and you know, I can't emphasize this enough. If you were to tell me any given night Mountain Crest had 58 points and they were losing, I would be like, what? That's insane. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, 73-58. Dimitrikov falls away with the baby hook. That won't go, and it will be tipped around and grabbed. Andrus, frustration foul as he gives it right to the backside of Horman, and will go.
Going to come out.
And that will be the fourth team foul against Mountain Crest. Aggies playing tonight in the Spectrum, and I knew quite a bit of people personally that are going to that game. They're trying to get some revenge against UNLV, the running Rebels.
Yeah, that should be a good. So, for all of your listeners out there, the Aggies last time they met, everybody was sick, and UNLV pulled up an upset at home. They're going to beat down on UNLV tonight.
I hope you're right. I really, really do.
I'm guessing.
UNLV is like one of those sleeping giants of basketball. I really think that they could have a good program. They just can't quite get that together. The game all but wrapped up here tonight. Green Canyon driving to the left side, kicking around, looking for somebody. A rejection by Noah Carden. The ball is up for grabs and then touched last by the Wolves. Good hustle play by both teams as we had a few new faces on the floor for Green Canyon. Actually, 5 new faces.
Yeah, it's the JV.
It's the JV
team.
squad out here with 10 seconds remaining. Smith to Dimitrikov, handoff to the top for Muir. We haven't seen Muir all night long. He's going to launch up a 3 and he'll make it.
He'll hit it.
And the buzzer will sound. 12-point difference is the final score, 73-61. Kind of symbolic, really. of how this game went. Great night. Final points here in this one. 73-61. We'll take the break. Come back right after this. Green Canyon gets the W. They move to 20-1 on the season. 9-1 in region play. And they're going to go and try and look for revenge against Ridgeline coming up.
Yep.
We'll talk more about Mountain Crest in just a second. We'll be right back after this quick break.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Welcome back here, everybody, into the final, the post-game show tonight, brought to you by State Farm agent Lana Powell. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what we saw tonight. A fantastic showing, as always, really, by Green Canyon. They continue their streak by going to 20-1, 9-1 in region play, in a 73-61 win over the Mountain Crest Mustangs. A game that we felt as though that Mountain Crest played its best basketball all year long.
I really do, yeah. Of course, there's always things to work on. They had a lot of bunny shots they missed and stuff, but overall, defensively, offensively, it was the most complete game we've seen Mountain Crest play this year. And if this Mountain Crest team shows up to the last three games, they could be in any one of those games. They could be in those games.
I agree.
It's just that Jekyll and Hyde thing that we talk about. We never know which Mountain Crest team's going to show up.
It's true.
So
it's true. Worthy to note that we don't have an official statistic or percentage for Green Canyon's shooting beyond the perimeter tonight, but I really genuinely think they shot something like 60+%.
Oh, yeah.
And above 50% from the three-point line.
Yeah.
I mean, it just felt like any shot that was going up was going in.
Yeah.
Too much for Mountain Crest to overcome. The final points for Mountain Crest, Noah Carden with 17. Nico Dimitrikov with 15, Parker Andrus with 7, Mason Smith with 4 points, but quite a few wonderful assists that kind of had us turning our heads.
He runs that offense really well. He's not about scoring. So.
And then your leaders for Green Canyon, 24 points for Jude Hay, 17 for Gavin Crane, and I believe a very quiet 17 as well for Boston Horman.
Yep.
It's time for us to go ahead and give our player of the game here to both teams. Who we got, Coach?
I'm going to do Mountain Crest, and then I'll give you to Green Canyon.
Okay.
I'm going to do Noah Carden. He just, not only did he score the most, he had several steals down there. And what you're looking for in your players in a big game like this is to play bigger than themselves. Everybody that guarded him was a foot taller than him down there tonight.
It felt
and
like
he still did really well.
Yep.
With 17 points. So, yeah, definitely Noah Carden.
Noah gets our nod for player of the game tonight. As for the Green Canyon Wolves, I'm going to go with who else other than Jude Hay.
What a shock.
I know. Unequivocally shocked. I mean, other than the fact that Jude had a fantastic night shooting, I just felt like it was really his closing ability tonight that did not allow Mountain Crest to get back into this one. It was truly like, hey, we need to find points. Who's going to be our man? Well, let's give it to Jude and let him drive to the hoop. And anything that he did, it kind of turned into gold to try and keep Mountain Crest away. So he's going to go ahead and get our nod here. We thank you for joining us here tonight as part of the broadcast on 100.9 as well as on CashValleyDaily.com. My name is Cody Olson. I say thank you so very much on behalf of my broadcast partner, Coach John Olson, and Annie Olson on the camera. We say thank you, and as always, go Mustangs.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.